I'll go round 2. I've still got plenty of energy in me.
And you certainly don't want to badmouth.
Go tell your friend Chris Masters Candice Michelle tasted alright as well.
We're being told that Stephanie McMahon has just authorized
Okay.
a second match. Can she do
Okay,
that?
maybe that Candice Michelle remark was a little bit premature. I promise I wasn't, though. I can promise you that. What's going on, Godzirra Nation? This is ArghGodzirra. We are back with more WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 24/7 mode. What a mouthful. Thank you for joining me as always. We're going to skip ahead to the 29th of July and see whether or not this feud with Chris Masters and Kenny Dykstra is going to continue on. If it's Chris Masters, I can live with that. Kenny Dykstra, not so much. We are taking on Chris Masters in a singles match with Candice Michelle at ringside.
Welcome to Raw, everybody. We're just 1 month away from SummerSlam.
Man, I wish Umaga was a selectable character for a playthrough, because being the Samoan Bulldozer, we could have done some big damage. I'd love to play as a powerhouse like him moving forward. Which opens up opportunity for you guys at home. If there's ever any superstars you want to see myself represent, you can let me know in that comment section down below. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen, kicking the episode off, Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, and from everything I'm hearing,
when it comes to Extreme, there's only one man on Monday night that fills that slot, and it's Jeff Hardy. Speaking of Extreme, it's interesting that the ECW feud kind of died off really quick. As soon as Masters got involved, it seemed that ECW backed off a little bit. I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm hoping we see more ECW interactions moving forward, because ECW invading Raw and SmackDown, such a pivotal part in WWE history, and a part that I'm hoping to relive throughout this series. But that's enough from Jeff. Time to see my opponent. With the messed up entrance music because they couldn't time it right.
And the opponent.
They had one job, people. They had one fucking job.
Accompanied by Candice.
Accompanied by Candice Michelle.
From Los Angeles, California.
Because we all know this feud started with Chris Masters and Kenny Dykstra attacking Ric Flair after I had a match with him. All because he was talking to the girls backstage and apparently getting involved in business he shouldn't have been. Because Jeff Hardy's a man of his word, he stood up for Ric Flair. Masters and Dykstra have taken exception. And it looks like Chris Masters is the man who is competing for the #1 contendership, which we have already won twice. And still haven't gotten a fucking WWE Championship match yet. So third time's a charm, right? That's going down at SummerSlam. For now, let's get this match on Monday Night Raw underway. Candice, I hope you got a good spot right there at ringside, close up, because you're about to see Jeff Hardy go to work.
What a reversal.
I was saying you're about to see Jeff Hardy go to work. There we go. That's a little bit better.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I'm going to enjoy this.
How about continuing the match?
Come on, big boy.
Any hurry to end this one, King. And I don't think the crowd wants it to end either.
A little bit of the tornado DDT. Don't mind if I do.
You can look at any professional sport you want. The quickest way to lose a match is to underestimate.
Really enjoying 24/7 mode as opposed to the standard career mode. There's just something about it. I think it's just the variety that goes on. And normally with a career mode, you have your 12-month period and then it ends. With this one, it's a continuing thing. It just keeps going on and on and on. You can even go on further than 100%ing the Hall of Fame bar, as far as I know. But I opened it up to you guys at home. How you guys wanted to see this play out. Do you want to see me just get to WrestleMania and that's that? Or do you want to see me get that bar complete and enter the Hall of Fame? You guys voted Hall of Fame, so that's what we're going to be aiming for.
Now that he's in the driver's seat,
It could take us in game 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, however the case may be. Plenty of Jeff Hardy action inbound. And I'm hoping with the amount
what's he gonna do when he
of
gets there?
storylines we're open up to in that period of time, we get to see a bit of a variety of things go down. Too early for the pin. Way too early for the pin. I've got to start putting points into attributes to start building up Jeff Hardy's strength.
It comes with the price of admission.
Why, you ask? Well, simple reason, ladies and gentlemen. It shouldn't have to take 2 or 3 swanton bombs for Jeff Hardy to put somebody away.
Tell me something. When you look at the masterpiece, does it make you feel like even more of a loser than you normally do?
Well, actually, when I look at the masterpiece, I'm glad I don't
Chris
have
Masters starting to
control
mount a bit of a
ego.
charge, maybe?
Listen, if you can sing it, you can bring
Nice
it.
scoop
The
slam
masterpiece
there.
has decimated some of the greatest superstars in the WWE.
I can't
Wasting
argue
his
with
time,
it.
though, not capitalising on the fact that he had Jeff Hardy down on the ground. Jeff Hardy goes for the Hurricane Rana, which has set him
Oh,
up
man,
perfectly
I think we're about to see
for a
the
secondary
highlight of the
swanton
movie.
bomb. And ladies and gentlemen, that might be all she wrote.
Pin, could this be it?
1, 2, 3. Chris Masters again put away by the charismatic Enigma.
This may have stirred up more trouble than it solved.
Yeah, and those are 2 superstars you don't want to have mad at you.
And that goes double.
I mean, Candice
for
Michelle
their
shouldn't be
good
injured because I didn't lay a hand on her.
Stephanie McMahon.
That's about the smartest.
But we
thing
all
you've
know
ever
she's
seen,
just
JR.
replacing the male counterpart from a tag or handicap match variation of this cutscene.
There's a special club you can join.
No thanks.
Probably
JR.
one of my only gripes with 24/7 mode. The cutscenes were a little bit too generic when it comes to things like this. But it's just a post-match segment, so it's okay. Let's see the rest of the card. Triple H beat Randy Orton. We probably would have expected that to happen. Ric Flair defeated Edge. Very big win for him. JTG defeated the Great Khali. And HBK defeated Carlito. Got some text messages. Oh.
Hey, that was a great match. Congratulations on your win. You looked fantastic. Maybe we can get together and celebrate. My hotel's right around the corner. How about meeting me for a drink a little later?
Okay, now, you're probably sitting there at home thinking to yourself, Godzirra, this is a trap. Don't accept it. But ladies and gentlemen, Chris Masters is already on our case anyway, so why not dive in while the getting's hot? Let's accept her offer, baby.
There's just 2 weeks to go until SummerSlam, one of the biggest pay-per-view events of the year. Hello again, friends and neighbors. This is good old JR Jim Ross, here with Jerry the King Lawler, and it sounds like this superstar is getting caught up in a romantic entanglement.
Oh, I was
How
entangled,
stupid do you
alright.
have to be
Don't you
to
worry
try to
about
fool
that.
around with another superstar's woman.
I don't think it's that cut and dry, King, and I'm sure Stephanie McMahon's presence doesn't make it any simpler.
Maybe not.
Oh,
But she's
Steph's in the
shown that
house.
She's open to some creative solutions for problems like this.
Okay, we best be on our toes if Stephanie McMahon is in the house. But ladies and gentlemen, we've got singles action tonight. Jeff Hardy taking on
The opponent,
Kenny Dykstra. The man with a lot of spirit,
Massachusetts, weighing in
but
at
seemingly a lack of a squad.
Kenny Dykstra.
Okay, I've had enough of Kenny. Let's just skip on to the match, shall we? Let's hopefully put Kenny away rather quickly. Kenny Dykstra is just one of those superstars that didn't really amount to much. They tried numerous things in his run, and probably the biggest he ever was with the Spirit Squad.
Paid to do this job, JR?
The Spirit Squad were a gimmick, and they were a solid gimmick at the time for what it was worth.
Come on, JR. You know I'm helpless when it comes to
But if your claim to fame in the WWE is I was a part of the Spirit Squad, not much of a claim to fame. I mean, the greatest member out of the Spirit Squad overall to have a solid career in my book is Dolph Ziggler.
How do you think this one's going to turn out, JR?
Came out of the Spirit Squad, ended up becoming WWE Champion, Money in the Bank winner, numerous other titles.
I might, but I'd rather rather keep it to myself.
Just a little bit of a shame that he's built a career lately off of ripping off Shawn Michaels and can't build his own persona behind, you know, behind a career that should be having him higher place than he currently is.
Every superstar on the roster has had to make more sacrifices.
And in the meantime, Kenny Dykstra is kicking our ass. I make one comment about the Spirit Squad and he just comes out firing. Piss off, Ken. It's my time. Uh-oh.
Come on now, JR. A man doesn't know.
Can you stop spamming the one move, Kenny?
And then it's too late.
Asking ye shall receive, he says. That's fine. We'll drop a little bit of an armbar on you.
Great singles competitor, but tag team action is where he really shines.
Not to take away from the Hardys.
Come on now, he looks like a generically created character in the Creator Superstar mode.
Great solo success as a European, hardcore, and intercontinental champion.
Why do you always have to ruin a perfectly good
European and hardcore championships, man. Could you imagine if those two titles were still in the WWE today?
And if they're smart, they'll listen. Remember, without these fans, these superstars...
Actually, ladies and gentlemen, point of discussion time. Perfect time to do so. Is there any title or titles that are no longer within the WWE that you would bring back? For me, the Hardcore Championship will come back in a heartbeat. The 24/7 Championship has the essence of the Hardcore Championship, but doesn't have the completion that the Hardcore Championship was. Sure, it's fun every now and then seeing somebody get pinned backstage in a little segment and a new champion being crowned. But it was better seeing someone belted over the cross of the head with a chair, or having some hardcore matches with 6 superstars in the middle of the ring, all just going hammer and tong, slobber knocker style. The European Championship is actually one I'd bring back as well. And there's a number of superstars that could hold that respective championship. I mean, if Drew McIntyre wasn't in the main event picture right now, he'd be the perfect candidate for a European Championship run. Dolph Ziggler we were talking about, perfect opportunity. Superstars like Big E, who has been separated from the New Day, he could potentially come in and win a singles belt like that. But I'm curious to know which belt or belts you guys would bring back.
This is Raw action at its finest. That's why Raw is the #1 brand.
Kenny Dykstra putting up a hell of a fight here.
You're not going to see this kind of action.
I'd have to say, out of all the superstars we've taken on recently, he's probably come out with the biggest amount of fight in him. Definitely put Chris Masters to shame. He's going to give us the good old slingshot off the ropes.
Listen to these fans, JR.
And he's going to go for the figure 4 leg lock.
And all the people some of the time, but there's no fooling the
Come on, Jeff. Jeff, break out of it.
Kenny Dykstra's WWE appearance was with that
Kenny ain't fucking around. Holy shit.
The Spirit Squad. Not that that's a...
He's going to work on the knee.
Yes.
Come on. I bet you thought about being a male cheerleader for OU, waving those pom-poms and...
Smart thinking here by Kenny Dykstra. Work on the leg of Jeff Hardy and take him out of the high-flying equation. The only problem is, he didn't account for Jeff Hardy to come firing back this hard.
It's pretty obvious which way this one's going to go, JR.
Bulldog sets him up perfectly for the Swanton Bomb, which he nails. And ladies and gentlemen, after getting it handed to me the entire match, 1, 2, 3, we are going to snatch victory from the palm of Kenny Dykstra's Spirit Squatted hand.
Oh boy, I think he wanted that one to keep going.
I don't blame him. He wants to send a message.
What's wrong, Kenny?
Well,
A little bit upset that I was too much of a man to be put away. Come back in the ring, bitch. I'll do you again. I'll go round 2. I've still got plenty of energy in me.
And you certainly don't want to badmouth.
Go tell your friend Chris Masters Candice Michelle tasted alright as well. Thank you.
What the? We're being told know that Stephanie McMahon has just authorized
Okay.
a second match. Can she do
Okay,
that?
maybe that Candice Michelle remark was a little bit premature. I promise I wasn't, though. I promise you that.
Qualifications like that.
But it looks like Stephanie McMahon has sanctioned a second match tonight on Raw. And it is now Jeff Hardy going one-on-one with Chris Masters. I wonder whether we carry over the damage from the first match.
He countered that and made it look easy. Excellent counter.
Because if we do, we might be in a spot of bother here. Chris might be able to put us away rather quickly.
His opponent telegraphed that one.
He is telegraphing a lot. They're becoming gradually harder to take on, which I appreciate.
Boy, what a match. I wouldn't even hazard a guess as to who's going to win this thing.
What?
Come on, Master Pete. Oh my God.
Mr.
Mr. Reversal up in here. Yeah, I did carry over some damage. He's already got me in the yellow for my body, and he's only hit me twice.
Yeah? Well, somebody better put out that fire.
Put me down.
Oh, no. I don't like the looks of this.
Neckbreaker, yes.
The fans behind him, King, and his opponent had better watch out.
And Mr. Reversal comes back swinging. Nice sling blade there by Jeff Hardy. Nice neck snap there as well.
Put each other through wrestling hell.
Leg drop.
They've already got a pretty good start on climbing up the turnbuckle isn't bad.
Speaking of leg drop, let's take it down Matt Hardy style. V1, baby.
This could be a
Let's go for the roll up.
What does he think he's
Didn't
doing?
even get a count of one.
He's showing off for the crowd now.
But that's okay because we're looking for the roll over, which sets up for the first of the Swanton bombs for the match. Hits it with perfect execution. Not going to be enough for the pin, so we're going to continue laying down the damage. And Mr. Reversal, Chris Masters, comes back firing. But not long enough. Okay, maybe long enough. Not long enough. Jeff Hardy weasels his way out of a bit of a predicament. Going up top. Super backdrop off the top rope.
Well, I did have some good old Oklahoma barbecue.
Jeff Hardy diving into the bag of tricks, bringing out some things that we haven't seen before. He's also flopping around the ring like we've seen plenty of times before.
That's why Raw is the #1 brand of sports entertainment.
That was a nice DDT there by Chris Masters, catching Jeff Hardy off guard.
Not on SmackDown or anywhere else. There's nothing else out there that can come close to the excitement.
He's reversing anything and everything. Nice sling blade again by Jeff Hardy. Nice rolling thunder. Setting up for a secondary Swanton bomb. That might be enough. 1, 2. 2 Swanton bombs is not enough to put the masterpiece away. That's okay though, because Jeff Hardy has more in the tank. Nice Hurricane Rana.
For sure. No matter how beat up you are, you can't ever let your opponent know the extent of your injuries.
Might be trying to set up for the twist of fate. Perfect positioning for Swanton Bomb number 3. Oh, I might have to start calling Jeff Hardy the executioner of excellence. 1, 2, 3. Third time's the charm. Chris Masters, just like Kenny Dykstra, getting put away by Jeff Hardy.
Uh-oh. It looks like he may have injured that arm.
But Jeff Hardy coming off worse for wear by the looks of it.
Second one was downright brutal.
Which seems to be the case for a few of the matches we've had recently. Even though we've come out on top when it comes to the overall result, we've been walking away with a bit of an injury.
Me neither. As far as I'm concerned, he's got more retribution coming his way.
And we're only a couple of weeks out from SummerSlam as well, so this injury could have bearing on the matchup with Chris Masters to determine, well, apparently determine, the #1 contendership for the WWE Championship. Which I should already have around my waist, but we'll save that for another day. Carlito defeated John Cena in the main event, Umaga defeated Shad, Edge beat Ric Flair, and Chris Masters knocked off JTG in the opening match of the night. We have nothing on the cards to look at on the phone. The week has been cleared off in the locker room, so perfect opportunity right now, ladies and gentlemen, to wrap up this episode. Hopefully this injury to Jeff Hardy's arm doesn't play factor into us moving forward. Something going on with the magazine too, so we might have to check that magazine out. But thank you for joining me as always. Don't forget in the comment section down below, answer the question of the day. If there are any titles you would like to see brought back to WWE, which title or titles would they be? Hit that like button if you've been enjoying what's going down. If you're new to the channel and you want to support myself a little bit more, consider hitting that subscribe button as well. You're just not supporting myself by doing so. You're joining a great community of people too. If you've missed any episodes along the way, link in the description down below for the playlist. I'll also link some other playlists down there as well. So if you want to check out other WWE series that I've done, they'll be down there. Hit me up on social media. Those links are in the description as well. Ring that bell before you leave to stay up to date with what's going down on the channel. But that's it from me, guys. I'm out of here. And as always, I will catch you guys next time.